Hey, I'm Jason Creel. I like buying new equipment and trying out different things, and for the last few years you've heard me talk about the Husqvarna 525ls, which was my personal choice when it comes to a string trimmer. Well, as has been my habit in my own business, and this is kind of my strategy on handheld equipment, I typically keep equipment for a couple of years and then sell it while it still has some value, and then go ahead and buy new equipment. So what I did, I sold my 326ls, and that model has been discontinued. What Husqvarna's done is replace the 300 series with the 500 series. And so the new trimmer that I purchased is the Husqvarna 525ls. And so just talk to you a little bit about what some of the differences. The reason I like Husqvarna, one, is the durability, but I like a lightweight trimmer with still a lot of power. And so I felt like the 326ls at 9 pounds was one of the lighter commercial trimmers. And as far as the durability, I mean, like I said, I keep them 2 years. If I get 2 years with zero problems, which is what I had out of that one, I mean, I didn't change the spark plug, I didn't clean out the carburetor, basically zero maintenance. And then, so for instance, the 326ls I purchased for roughly $300, sell it for $140. You think, well, I lost, over half the money. Well, to me, it cost me $160 to use it for 2 years, hundreds of hours on it, not one problem. Well, I don't want to keep it, until it begins to have problems. And I know some people keep their trimmers for 10 years, and that's fine, or longer. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just telling you my theory. I like to sell them and get a new one. And so, if this one holds up for 2 years, I can sell it and then go buy whatever the latest model is. So, the 326ls, was at 9 pounds and had plenty of power. This one is slightly over 10 pounds, and which, obviously is a little heavier, but still on the lighter end as far as trimmers go, but has a little bit more power. So I think the 326 was like 1.2 horsepower, and this one, maybe 1.3, I forget the exact number, but at a slightly heavier. One of the couple of the things I've noticed about this being different. One, the choke is different. I don't know if you can, let me just show you here on the choke. You can see it's as opposed to like a little dial that you turn, this is something that you pull up. It feels sturdier, less likely to break. Not that I had trouble with the other ones, but anyway, so that's how you choke it. The other thing that is different is what they call some type of anti-vibration system. And so I don't know if you ever, if you're out trimming for, let's say you have a big job, it's 1 or 2 hours into it, and when you get done, you shut it off, get back in your truck, your hands kind of vibrate, at least mine do. And that's, not terribly painful, but if I was honest, I wish it didn't do that. Well, supposedly Husqvarna has developed some type of anti-vibration features on this trimmer, and so just looking at the specs on the two trimmers, this one should vibrate about half as much as the other. So I'm interested to see that. I've actually not cranked this up yet. I just put grass in it. I'm hoping to crank it here in just a minute. You can see as far as how I set my trimmers up, I take the Husqvarna, the standard head that comes with them, off, and I put on the speed feed head. I use the smaller speed feed head. I think this one's a 375 model as opposed to the bigger one. But and I also take the guards off. So, I understand that is not a popular decision for some people. They don't prefer that, but for me, it's just what I prefer. I feel like I can use a longer string, which I understand may put more strain on the engine, but for me it's about performance, and I want to set it up how I can make it perform the best. And so, well, on a string trimmer, I'm looking for durability, I'm looking for performance, both right side up, and when I flip it upside down the edge, I don't want any kind of bogging down going on, and you don't want it to be hard to start, and so I've had I know I've had echo Kawasaki, Shindawa, Steel, Husqvarna, Red Max, and maybe some others as far as brands of string trimmers. And you know, I just prefer the Husqvarna. I do know that a lot of people prefer Steel, and from what I have read and talked to a Steel dealer, the best weight to power combination that, at least if I was going to go buy a Steel, from what I've read and talked to, would be a Steel 94R. It also is lightweight and powerful. And so but I decided to go back with Husqvarna just because that's what I like. So anyway, I'm going to see if I can get this crank it up for the first time. Obviously over the course of the next few months I'll be using it and can, you know, try out this anti-vibration, see how that works, and can give you some feedback on how I like it. But this is the trimmer I'll be using, and so I hope that helps, and you know, hope that helps. So I hope that helps. Let's see if we can get this thing cranked. Now, you know, obviously if it takes me 12 pulls to crank it, I'm gonna have to edit that out. I'm not gonna let you watch me sit here and pull on this thing all day. So hopefully that won't be the case. So let's crank this thing up and see how it works. Well, at least it cranks. So I'll be putting a lot more hours on this in the coming months and can give you more feedback on how I like it. But it looks like I've upgraded a little bit on power at the expense of a little more weight, but still on the lighter end as far as string trimmer. So, you know, if you look for a string trimmer, it's not like Husqvarna is the only one that makes a good string trimmer. There's a lot of good ones to choose from, but it's certainly not a bad choice. And of all the ones that I have chosen and have owned and used over the years, Husqvarna has been my favorite. And I have a feeling that this one is going to be an upgrade even over my 525ls, which I personally love. So anyway, I hope this video helps. Look forward to hearing from you. You can leave a comment, let me know what string trimmer you use. If you found one, if you've tried this one, I would love to know your thoughts on it. But if you have one that you think is, you know, better, that you want to recommend, you can do so in the comments. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pan with the camera and give you a close-up of this model.